Hey, hey. Hi, you guys. Welcome in. What an amazing first photo here, right? Welcome to WCIA Network. Let's see if I could turn this fan. I have a fan in here. Um, again, I had to push this live up from yesterday, but for really good reason. Hi, Muffin Top. Hi, Nothing But Love. Welcome in, you guys. So, let's see. Put this up this way. So, today's presentation is going to be, it's showtime. It's going to be interesting because what I have done is I am taking all the summer moon wells information and I am going to be comparing it to Diddy's information. Now, I never thought I would be doing this. I didn't think that it was going to ever come up in my conversation. I didn't until I was shown pictures like this of his tunnels. And the only reason I don't care about him, I don't know him, I don't give a shit about him. What I care about is his information matches what I've been doing for the last 3.5 years. So I had to take my time before I came on to figure out my format and how I was going to show this to you guys. Because it's really important that I present it in a way that brings justice to the children, that creates and keeps what I am here to do, that I stay in my purpose and I stay focused for the children and I don't get caught up in him. He has provided me information that I'm going to be speaking about that brings justice to all the children. I went through a few of his videos and I was speechless myself. Like I was watching his videos and I was speechless. I didn't even know what to say because it was like watching what I have been seeing in my third eye. It was like stepping through the visions that I have had since April 2021. And I couldn't figure out how I was going to express it without making it about him. So I spent some time, letting it just figure itself out. Because these tunnels that I have looked into are Summer Moonwell's missing children, the children that I have seen in my third eye, the horrific acts that they're doing with these children, the horrific rooms that these children go in. I have spoken about animals. I have spoken about body parts. I have said things like cannibalism. I have said all of this, and it's very, very, very uncomfortable. But when I look at this group, I see everything. I see everything that I have been seeing. And it caught me by surprise because I really wasn't even going to look at him. But when you look within his videos. And for those that have watched my videos and you hone in on the elements that have stuck out within my third eye, they're all here. These are children that they're showing lit up. And there is right there the ladder we see in every circumstance. You guys, that ladder, every circumstance, every case. They even showed it in Harmony Montgomery's. The ladder was always in the Idaho 4. The ladder was always in Summer Moon Wells. And I would say, why is there a ladder? And many a times, I don't know why there's a ladder. But there's always a ladder. Here is Harmony Montgomery's house of the things that they found when they went in her house and the authorities were taking things out of the house. They removed a refrigerator and they showed the ladder and they showed the wood with the pieces. They showed the drawings of the V's on the refrigerator. This happens in every one of our videos. So as soon as I saw that very, very first element, I had to take notice. These visions that I call psychic visions have always included water. They've always gone through a tunnel of water. They've always floated within the water. Just like this is a pool. This is something you're looking at is it's from the Beeston Bunch. Doesn't have anything to do with the Beeston Bunch. Hi, Nothing But Love. Hi, BC. Nothing. What it does, hi, Suzanne. Hi, Crystal. What it does is it just tells a part of the story that these children go through. And as soon as I heard that Diddy, whatever you want to call him, I don't really know, they have these waterways, they have water tunnels. This is what the water tunnels look like. And this is why I select pictures like this to say this is what the children look like. So when I show pictures like this of the children, it brings justice. When I show you pictures like Summer to the right, that picture to the right, you guys, is Summer on the swing. I show pictures like this because they match what I'm seeing in my third eye. I see them in this position. I see that they get sacrificed in many different ways. But there are photos that Summer has shown me spiritually that are matching his photos. These are matching his photos. I am telling you from what I believe to be true, from what I see to be my truth, is everything that I have been showing you for the last 3.5 years is what's coming out right now. This here is this. Summer Moon Wells' father had that little ladder always by the doorway that Summer Moon came out of. He has always had it there. It is in the photos of Don Wells's photos of his house. Do you understand that I am telling you, every item that is coming out from this man's videos is going to match Summer Moon Wells' story. I am not really quite sure how many people. I don't really give a shit how many people. What I care about is that people come out and tell the truth. And they tell the truth of what happened to these children. That's what we care about. We care about the truth. I don't want to hear about the celebrities' names. I don't. Nothing about it will bring justice unless they tell the truth. To the left is Summer Moon Wells' house. To the right is one of the families that I follow. Hi, Suzanne. These are the same things. This is what brings you down into the tunnels. This can't be their car. That's supposed to be a car to the right. So we know that that's not a car. But this represents the same information as going into the tunnels, going within the entranceways, within this. It's repeated over and over. And what's in these tunnels is machinery like this. It's hidden. This is the machinery that is doing these horrific things. It's like a playground. I see a playground. I see a party. I see these on tables. And the reason I show stuff like this is because I see it on tables. It's a very difficult thing to imagine happening, right? You can't. And nor should anyone imagine it. But when I listen to the celebrity stories, I see this happening deep down under in the tunnels, like I said. And these are set tables. And it's equipment. I went through his videos, Diddy videos, and all I could tell you is I could give you a reading. That's it. All I could do is give you a reading on him. When I open his information up and I see him sitting, I've prepared myself for this, I think, you guys, for a long time. I've prepared my third eye to see this. So when I see him at these parties, I see the equipment I've been talking about. I see what he did to Kim Porter. I see that she was sacrificed. I see that he used her. And the equipment that I've been showing he holds the equipment in his hands, very loud and proud. Why? Because nobody is going to stop him. But the equipment that I'm telling you is going to match the information I've been talking about. It matches. It's in his hand. These are devices that control and do something. What's to the left is Molly Goldlightly had the same thing almost in every one of her videos. And I held on to photos of it, you guys. There's reasons I held on to photos because this is all coming to a head. They're showing this stuff, but notice how they're still not talking about it. They still are not pinpointing exactly what they're doing. They're not talking about what's happening within the room. This is what I took from Ernie's videos. They're little devices. And I truly believe that these devices are in the hands. And this is what he's holding on to. And why is this important? Because this is part of the control. This, what I see, is part of the horror, the fun, the games that they do, the terror, what they're doing to these children. This is, he holds the key. He holds the key. He's holding the key like what I have been showing you here. And these are very small little devices that Ernie shows in his videos. Throughout every one of this guy's videos, if the authorities would just hone in on the elements, I have laid out 3.5 years of these elements. 3.5 years. And they're placed within situations of control, and they're within these parties that I've always seen. They're rooms beneath the rooms of the rooms of the rooms. They're in tunnels that are all different directions. Some of them, as I said, you have to swim to. The children are the ones that are suffering on these equipment. The equipment and the people doing it pay money to do it. I truly believe 110% after I have seen and listened to people speak that what I have been showing has been proven. I believe that my affirmations are here. My affirmations are within these photos. To the right are people that he brings down into these tunnels. To the left is Gabby Petito. I believe Gabby Petito touched upon this kind of horror, this kind of sickness. I believe that she was sacrificed through these rituals. This is Gabby. There's the heart. Really look at what you are looking at. You don't get photos of someone who was murdered, sacrificed, and go through rituals and have the ritual elements on them unless they went through the rituals. They don't just appear on people. When I see a table like this, I see children. I see that they actually have tables like this, and this is what they do. I see the most horrific things come to light. So much more now that I've looked at the videos has opened up a terrible vision, brighter and louder for me. You see the light to the left? That represents the victim. Just like this represents the victim. This here, to me, is the victim sprawled on the table. This is the victim that could easily be within these rooms. You guys, they're rituals, they're sacrifices, it's voodoo. It's things that humans should not be doing to other humans. Photos like this do not just appear. This is Diddy. If the authorities listen to me, if you're listening, all the authorities need to do is take every one of his videos that he has with his children, and you will see, A, it's not him, and B, it's not his children. They are showing sacrifices, rituals, and all of this. If you look closely to his videos, it goes far beyond what you are supposed to believe is the truth. Because when you look closely to both him and his children, it's not what you believe it to be. Right here is how I showed you guys summer moon wells wound up. This is how the children wind up. Like this. Wrapped. These are sacrifices. Summer had the same sacrifices. She was wrapped just like that. Just like it, you guys. This is what summer looked like. They show this. They've shown it. They're not hiding it. You know, like this light here, and that is that is the night before summer disappeared. These are sacred pieces. It's the same as this, as Ashton Kutcher showing, and whoever the hell that guy is. But summer, this is what she looked like. That is what she looked like. Towards the end, and all of it is true. All of it. the children go through a process that looks like a fake car. BC, are you okay? I'm checking on you, BC. I just want to make sure you're okay. I feel like, are you being triggered? If you're being triggered, turn it off and you come on back when you feel comfortable. Okay? But we're all here for you, and you've got loving people in chat if you need some support, because this is very difficult information. And everyone's place in their lives are different. So if this is difficult, we hear you. Okay? You need to take care of yourself first. What, Jody Sue Brown? Okay, sweetie. Go ahead. Take care of yourself first. I'm sending you love and healing. Hi, Runs with Scissors. Jody Sue Brown was also one that has showed me the elements that I am re-seeing on Diddy. Always Jody Sue Brown was one of those who introduced the elements to me. The V's on the hand, consistently. When I go through these videos and I look at Diddy, I don't think there's a video that doesn't have this information. It's always on his hand. Let me change the coloring. This. So my reading, my intuitive psychic reading is, he holds a key. He holds the key. He holds a lot of power. And yeah. And he's showing it loud and proud, you guys. He's not afraid to show it. But nobody has ever talked about it. And there are people that support this system on different levels. And when I see something like this just reminds me of cannibalism. And it reminds me of what I saw in Summer Moon Wells' videos. What this is showing, both of this are the spirits of the children. To the left, Ashton Kutcher, those are spirits of the children. Just like Candace and Don were showing the spirit of Summer. They do this within, it's called the deep fake. They show the information. They show this information within the fake cars. That's a child within these scientific something fucking shit that they have in these deep tunnels that people are paying a lot of money to use. And now that I have seen these videos, here I'm going to change the coloring. It just backs up the fact that that this is going on with this group. This is supposed to be a car. This is supposed to be the Beastin car. What I see is the families that are within the groups that support stuff like this are the families like the Kents, the Beastins, the LeBrons, the ballerina farmers, all of them. Why do I say that? It's because I see it. Now, obviously, when I see something, it doesn't necessarily have to be the truth. It's the truth how I see it. It's my truth. But when I see a photo that totally represents what's going on, that's brutally brutal to these children, and they're sex trafficking them, and they're bringing in children with no name, they're bringing in children that have disabilities, Down syndrome, they're bringing in all colors of children, and they bring them through the tunnels. And that is not Diddy, and those aren't his kids, but what you're looking at is what they do to these children. What they do to these children is being televised, and nobody is stopping the social media. Nobody is looking beneath the deep fake. Nobody is investigating it, and nobody is stopping it. That's where I have to say, what the fuck? Why? Why? They're not going to just listen to me. If I just would tell you these stories without any of these photos, maybe that would be difficult. But I'm showing you these photos. I'm within the photos. And all they're doing, all this is doing, is matching. Yeah. Oh, thank you for that super chat, Muffin. Thank you so much for all that you do, WCIA. Thank you for being here and supporting me every and each time that I'm up here. Thank you. Because this is every child that I have discussed, including, thank you for that email, Quentin Simon. And when you see information that shows it, these are photos that appear under the Playboy Mansion that is connected to Diddy's tunnels. This is what I've been showing. This is what's called the white bodies. These are the white bodies. These are the white bodies. I mean, oh, thank you for that another super chat. We love you. Amazing. I love you guys. Thank you. Nothing but love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Very sweet. This here is what I call white bodies. And they show up like this. Look at how this matches perfectly. This here, wait, let me put this on here. These are called white bodies, okay? Let me turn this one around. Let's see. Okay, edit copy. I'm going to show you. I have shown this as it's always there. There's a heart, and I just called them the white bodies. I mean, I literally just put that in my thing. I'm like, white bodies. Here. This, see the heart in the middle with the head, is no different. Let me crop this in. Now, everything I show you is it's from these cases. They're all from, every one of these is from the cases, but they're from all the same, every one of them are from the same stations. So look, This is Summer Moon Station. They're telling us that these are hanging in the tunnels as you walk through the tunnels. You see? This is this. They're hanging by a rope in the tunnels. It's the white bodies that I have been showing over and over. Here's the white bodies that I showed at the carnival. I said, there they are, under the rides. But these are hanging. So now they're saying that they're hanging in the... Here, this is from Tim Mullen's old videos. See that right at the end there? That's one of the bodies. I kept that. Let me see if I could crop it. I kept that because it was so... Let me brighten it up. It was so telling. I'm like, wow. Tim Mullen is showing Summer Moon Wells. He's showing it. And these are what I've been showing. Let me open this up. For a very long time. This is Tim Mullen's. It's what they're showing you guys. And they're telling you that you have to go, this is the tunnel. You've got to go through a tunnel like this. And it's very familiar. I've selected photos to show you this. To show you the water. To the left is exactly what I see within these tunnels. Those boxes, that is from Fred Hill's property from Ziggy's video. This right here, you see Jody Sue Brown's face. These are from Jody Sue Brown Ziggy's videos. They're consistently showing the same thing. Consistently showing that this all is the same. That these children go through into these waters, these holy waters, wherever they're bringing them. And they're going with somebody is bringing them. This is an adult bringing the children exactly through what they're telling you on the news. Like this. This is the Beeston Bunch. I see there's a plexiglass, and I would love to know if he's got plexiglass on top so people could see through the side. So what I see is the water, but it's like in a clear tunnel, so people could look through the tunnel like this. This is no different than the tunnels that they're showing you. That is a sacrifice going through something like this. These are, like, I see plexiglass. I see people watching it through plexiglass. That's what I see. And here the Beeson Bunch shows it. And the equipment that she has on her is what these people are showing. You guys, they're showing it. But I want you to understand that nobody is talking about it. Like, they're still not, let me change the coloring on this so you could see the equipment on her. Here's the equipment on her. They're not going to talk about it because they don't want to talk about this stuff. This is equipment. These are rituals. These are sacrifices. Voodoo shit. this person, human, plastic person, real person, I don't even know, is what they're doing. The equipment, the murders, the sacrifices, the horrific things that they're doing to these people, I have been envisioning and seeing it for a very long time, right? But now what has come to me, unannounced to me, and I really wasn't looking for it, is that what I'm seeing in this Diddy's shit is this. What's in the big picture and what's in the small picture is different. First, notice the small photo. You guys, whatever they're doing to these children underwater is a cult-like thing, and I can't. And the location, I guess what I'm saying, the location now is clearer to me, because I could, I heard, allegedly that there is a water area, and I believe I'm looking at it right here, that she was never in a lake, that Summer wasn't in a lake. She was with a group that she was sold to, and so many different things could have happened to her, and depending on which room and people and what they told her to do and what someone was willing to spend. John Benet Ramsey's case, you guys, and Kylie Rodney's, they're all the same pictures. They're down under in these boxes. They go down into these tunnels. They go down into these tunnels just like this. Kylie Rodney did as well. That's Kylie Rodney's picture, and then to the right is John Benet Ramsey. It hasn't changed. There's your plexiglass with the maroon trim. Party favors. And these tunnels are accessible to the authorities. They're accessible. And what I'm telling you is that shape. So you know how I always say, I use certain shapes to show you what I see. And I always say that it has nothing to do with the channel that I get it from. What I'm saying today is, to me, this is the grand slam of where to get my information. That this is what I've been showing you. This shape, this piece of equipment. That's the box. To me, I see my box, I see my cylinder, I see Summer Moon Wells. That this is what I've been showing you. Cookie cutter to Summer Moon. Cookie cutter to the Idaho 4. They've all looked like this. And this is what I call elements. And summer moon wells wound up in the elements that you're seeing here. Same with Michael Vaughn. Let me show you something. Michael Vaughn gave me the opportunity to show you what they attached him to. Michael Vaughn was sold. This here, wait, what's on his head, right here, would be right up top here. He's attached to something, but nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to do anything about it. Even though this matches, let me put it the right way. Copy. This is the machine, and it would go right in here. And his head is on a platter. Boom. Head on a platter. You see the bright light? I have always, from the moment I have discussed any of these, I have said the elements stay the same. They don't change. This is happening underground in these tunnels. This is my affirmation, you see. Because here, there's that bright light, and his head is on the platter. And what you're looking at is his tunnel. You're looking at a ritual. They do lots of different things to these children. The Beast and Bunch shows what you see to the left. That is a sacrifice. These things happen in the water. The boxes were shown the best. Fred Hill's video shown by Ziggy. You are seeing what you're seeing to the left is what I'm showing you. This here is no different. Here I have a picture of Diddy. No different than what Diddy is showing here. So I'm showing you to the left the Beast and Bunch. Here's Diddy, what he's showing in his cave. It's a head. Now let me take, this is Diddy's. It's a sacrifice. That is this. They've got the V's and they're the same. This is a horrific act. This is his video. So it all matches. And it goes into this Playboy Mansion, which shows the V's, which I never seen before because I didn't see it. It shows the V right in the ears. That's what they decided to show, is the V in the ears. Summer Moon Wells and Michael Vaughn. I got this picture like this, right? And I would place these kind of rooms, the rooms that go towards the back and look like this. This is more like ritual ceremonies. You know, like I see more of ceremony stuff in this area. And what you see to the left, I do believe to see, and that is to me Summer Moon Wells and Michael. Wait, I have her head. Wait, let me. Oh, there we go. I got to pull it down a little. And this was in a video. I'm like, that's Summer, and they're in the tunnel. To me, they're in the tunnel. So when I have to be careful brightening it and stuff because it turns funky. So I just want you to see the rim of the tunnel. And I see rocks. I see these as rocks, like what you see to the right. Thank you for those ones. And the Idaho 4 went down in the same boxes. The Idaho 4, each of them had their own box. If I have a whole video on this. If you go through their videos and you crop out the side pictures that are clearly in their videos, like what you see here, and then you open them up wider, you'll see the truth. So this is their picture. But if you take what's on the right and the left, it's a little square picture of someone. They're down under in these tunnels. They are going through a ceremony. They're being murdered. They're being sacrificed. These are the boxes. This is what I've been showing. That is someone standing there with masks on their heads. JonBenet Ramsey went through the same boxes. Kylie Rodney went through the same box. See the V on Kylie's? These are all the same things that are in these boxes. They're being watched. This is underground. I believe you get to the underground through these fake cars. This comes from Diddy, a video of Diddy's. And I've seen this before. So I was like taking it and looking at this serial killer here who sent his stuff in, the drawings and so forth, the BK killer. This is the BK killers. I just believe it's a way of, it's maps of how they place pieces in the ground as part of whatever ceremony. It's part of the ceremony. I feel like this is all the same. And they're placing these boxes. So between Diddy I would follow whatever this is as a map, to show where this stuff is. Like, where is the evidence? It's in here. It's locked up. It's a very tough place to get to. It's like this one, the BTK killer. It's the same thing he's showing. And I believe that these are placed in the ground. One of the things, they do a lot of things to these victims, you guys. This is the mansion that they say has the tunnels that are connected. So I haven't really looked. I don't know much about the water and stuff, but I see that beneath these rooms, the victims go down into these boxes to dispose of them, and they're disposing of them within the earth. Within some sort of food. And some sort of food that's sold. Yes, long gone. Busloads of children would come in, and these busloads of children would go through these tunnels. The children, if you recall, I said that summer moon, the children, they walk through mud. They walk through wet mud. They're like dancing in the rain. Let's see. Rain. So when Summer was dancing in the rain, and they showed, and I said, she's somewhere by the mud. She's not where she is supposed to be. That this here is mud and water, like they're stepping like this. So when I looked at, I saw this, I'm like, so now, so what this video is about, I'm trying to tell you that it's clarity for me. Like many times I'd say that the deep fake is her property. But this is real, because this was always strange to me. It was broken into boxes. They had different sections here, and I said she was jumping in the mud. Right? Well, this is where I see her jumping. That the children that are dropped off, they walk through this. And remember, I also said in my book, I wrote in my book in April, I read from my book a long time ago. I don't have it with me because I'm not home. And I said that these children have 3 different doors they go through, 1, 2, or 3. And I talked about in my vision before I even knew Summer, I put it in these books. And these books I wrote is what created me to go in this direction. I'm like, this is a story. And I said it was Summer's story. And in the book, I remember I wrote something like, there's 1, 2, and 3. You've got 3 different levels, and depending on which door you walk into. Well, this is 1, 2, and 3 to me. These are doors that they walk to. And the one that has the light bright, that's a whole different situation. That's the top. And they separate these children at the way that they want to, as if they're slaves, as if they were bought to do these things. And window number 1, 2, and 3, 1 is just like the mud, like the awful things. This is 1. This is 2, and this is 3. See, the people up here would watch from up here. And this is the tunnel that the children walk through. They walk through here, you guys. These are tunnels. These are doorways. This is the equipment. This is a doorway to the door. What I see from this is what you see all the way to the left is the hidden door. It's the, let me brighten this up. That door is the hidden door that is behind all of the, let me see if I can, nope, it cuts off there. This here is the door that reminds me, I said that it's on an angle. So what I've also been saying, and we can break this up, is the children, they go down on an angle, like there's some angle, and that the box up there is the doorway. And I do believe that that is a piping, like it's hidden. These doorways are hidden back there. You can't get to them unless someone brings you to them, you guys. Like this child. I see this child. This came from one of the families I follow, but it's not a child in a car seat, what it's supposed to be in a car seat. I see it more like this, you see. This is more of a room like this. So when I say, oh, I see these children and they're being sacrificed, they're not sitting in their mother's car. So when I see a mother's car, you might still see a mother's car, but I don't. I don't. I wish I did. I see the child here. So when I show you information, that's what I see. And when I look at Diddy in these photos, it can't be. It's not him. I don't see him. I see torture. I see horrific torture beneath the deep fake. The deep fake is on top of it. Look at these children. Look at the child's face. Look at what is happening to the video. This is beneath the deep fake. These are sacrifices of children. There is no reason that his videos fall apart so easily and so quickly. There is no reason the authorities are not talking about this. And if you tell me that they don't see this child, then they don't want to. Go to the smallest of the smallest pictures and you will expose incredible information. The smallest of the smallest pictures hold it so much clearer, but you have to be careful when you brighten it up. So here you see that, remember I always said there's like white outfits on them? There are. So each and every one of these pictures is a problem. So here it shows that they're on different levels. In the video, they're all on one floor. The deep fake happens on it happens on 3 different levels. It's like split into 3. I've always said that. So these are, to me, if you look, it's split. The child that is in the smallest picture is being abused. If you look at his child that it's supposed to be his child, and you look at the equipment that goes on the body, you could find it throughout the whole entire video. Both of them have it. These are in the children's mouth. If you look at the necks are covered. The necks have some particular cover on them. See? The same cover that I showed you Summer Moon Wells that I thought was in Fred Hill's property the night that Ziggy showed the video. So spiritually, I let the spirits lead me to the information. So when I was shown this picture, it said, yes, this is a Summer Moon Wells child in Fred Hill's video. That's where it goes. So when I darken this up, this isn't Fred Hill. This is a Summer Moon Wells child. Beat up. Something on their eye, something on their face. But what's on their eye and what's on their face is exactly what I've been showing you. It's the same thing. So what I'm asking the authorities to go through this and look at this slowly. Because I'm telling you, hundreds of the children that true crime is looking for could be found right here. Hundreds of children could be found as part of what they're doing here. So many of the children that we're looking for went here. They were a part of this. This is the Summer Moon Wells story. This is the story. Don't look away from this. Look into the photos. Look at these children. Look at what they look like. Look at what this man looks like. All you're looking at are cookie cutters of the elements I've been showing, the critters I've been showing. This is nothing more than what I showed you so clearly in Kylie Rodney's video. This is Diddy. You guys, hundreds of children have passed this way. Hundreds. This here is a constant summer moon wells element. Those faces. When they do something to these sacrifices, there is always an eye removed. And that's what's happening here. If they would investigate this correctly, and if they would understand that there are multiple stories, multiple cases out there right now. Sebastian. To me, Sebastian's one of them. That fall here, like, that were touched by this. This is what happened to them. This is what happened to all of the children. The got gone, get gone children. Don't just look at this picture and be like, oh wow, I can't believe, wow, that's so weird. You guys, it's not weird. Because I've been showing it over and over. So it's not weird. It's reinforcing this equipment that they are hiding within the children. But it's there. And this Diddy knows which children. Summer Moon Wells for sure. I would venture to say that each child that his group or whatever, that he has DNA on them, like he has some sort of, because I believe, for me, I see it as part of the ritual and the resurrection and all of that, right? So that is somewhere kept, like they have it. They have a list. They have a list of children that died this way. There's a list of children that died this way. And I would love to get that list. Look at her mouth. They're not his kids. And I don't see this as him, so some sort of a thing they put on the mouth or the nose, like a pig nose. But this is a close-up of the two girls, allegedly. But guess what? They're not those two kids. Look at the picture. The smallest of the smallest picture, this is what they look like. This is what they look like. Wait, hold on. Let me grab this little picture. So, I don't think anyone who is in a spot to look and see this would think that these pictures are okay. They're not. And the fact being that I see them in a room with the bathtub like Aaron Carter. I see them in by the piping. I see that this is a deep fake situation on the outside, meaning that they want you to think that they're standing in a room, but they're really standing by plumbing. They're by plumbing. See? See? All of a sudden he has equipment on him, you guys, and these kids are being sacrificed. Period. It goes on and on. You take these pictures and you make them brighter, you could see it, but also understand that it distorts it a little, but at least this here will show you what's in her mouth. Because, yeah, you might be changing the color funny, but she has, this is what's on them in the mouth. And that's not even him. So, there's a lot that these authorities could look at and understand that this is the Summer Moonwell's missing children, that this is all about hundreds of children that we've been working hard to find. But what I am telling you is these Diddy videos from years ago, 14 years ago, with his children, are showing you what happened to the children. These are sacrifices that they're showing live beneath the deep fake. You don't have to trust me. You don't have to take my word, but I see it. You don't have to see it. I'm seeing it through my third eye. I see the same thing going on here as I showed you going on with one of the Kent families in the hospital having a baby with the thing in her eye. When you don't have anything to go by, you might as well go out and buy something. These children have equipment on, and they're being murdered. And that is what happens with the Summer Moonwell's missing children. I'm telling you, it's all a match. Matches. I've been looking at this for a very freaking long time, and I've been looking at it within my psyche, as well as right here. When I saw this picture of Ziggy, I'm like, she's wrapped in the equipment. She's wrapped in the equipment. I see this stuff, and people are like, what the fuck? Well, this is what I saw. So now I have a match. I'm going to darken it a little bit so you see the maroon. So when I said, oh, I saw Ziggy wrapped in the equipment, another face on that side, this is what I envisioned. It was wrapped in this. So when I see Diddy's stuff, this is the same to me. So it's a match. It's all the same people. It's all the same processes. There's a lot of different processes that they could go by. Look at the bottom. Look at the hearts wrapped around him. So you may not hardly see it, but we've been showing this. Heads attached to each other, all this kind of strange freaking shit. And I see a match. And I see that we may have, the authorities have a situation where this could blow up into, how they had that list of Ashley Madison with all those men on it? This could be a whole big list of children. If they let it be. If they let this be. The head doesn't match the body. Understand, the heads don't match the body. Oh, this is a summary. When I saw this, I just put this in here, so it reminds me of something. Here's what the children wind up looking like. This stuff on their faces is what I'm showing you. I'm showing you that this is equipment, and this is the same kind of equipment that's here. So what you see on his chest and on her body and on her eye is a cookie cutter to what I've been showing. And on his face. That is what you see right here. These are, I don't know if that's an animal, but it's either an animal she's with or it's two kids. Let me change the coloring. All right, I'm going to change the coloring, and I'm going to crop this in. I feel like this isn't even two humans. So this is stuff. These are actually experiments. Like this, these are people. That's how I see it. That's Justin Bieber when he visited them. And again, sacrifice. I don't know much about Justin Bieber, but this is the day that he went to spend the day with Diddy. And I see some kind of transaction. I'm just giving you a reading, you guys. Some sort of transaction happened where something happened to him this day. They did something to him. They did something to him. They did something to him that day. And see this here? This reminds me of that day. I don't know why, but there's a mask on her face. I don't know why he did. This is his day there, and I feel like I feel like Justin Bieber knows so much from when he was little, and I feel like he knows so much. And he was given this information. They tested him as something. They used him as something. Like, there's something going on here on a very, 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 very high spiritual level. Extremely. Like an experiment. Like Yeah, this was a big freaking deal. Because there's the Master King. I see the Master King in here, and he's being introduced to things. He's being shown things. What just wanted to come out is he's him, him's he. This is me. It's right. It's like, oh, that's me. Like, like a, like, I don't know, like something that's him. Like that's him. It's mimicking him. This is what's happening. That's all I know. I don't know. I don't have any other answer right now. That this is just the situation, and I don't see it very clearly. But there's a situation here, and this was the day. This created a lot of stuff for him. This was a day, and this here are the keys, the entrances and the exits with these white cars like this. And here he also shows in the background of his house on his way out, with Justin Bieber, are these boxes by the white car. And then you've got the red. I want you to look and notice how there is completely the same situation. You could take any of this and put in the red, the blue, the green, the white. This is always what they do. But this here, you guys understand that this is coming from the video I'm showing you. It's their video. This is the same situation of the truth with Summer. There's the blue box, the white car, the red, the green, the maroon. The person. Look. This is Kylie Rodney. The night before she disappeared. This is the video that they showed. There's no difference. There's the blue box, the red, the green, the white, the maroon. It's the same. They're telling the same story. This is the same story. That's your 48 hours with Diddy. Big day. Something happened that day. It was a major day, just like what you're looking at Kylie Rodney to the left. That was a major day because that's when she was sacrificed and taken and gone. Like that was the day that Kylie Rodney disappeared the very next day. Allegedly. That this is the day that was the night of the party. Change the color a little. You've got now two boxes, but you've got all the way to the right your white, your maroon, your green, your red, whatever, then the blue. There's no difference in what I'm showing you that's happening here with Kylie and happening there that day with Diddy. This was the box that was being pulled, as I see, on Fred Hill's property that day. These boxes are what I see. They get pulled through here. They get pulled through tunnels. Like, so when I showed this, which are these boxes, and I saw this being pulled, I imagined it being pulled through this, through the tunnels. That's what I saw. And again, these are gateways. These are the doorways. These are the tunnels. They look the same in every video that I show. These are ditties. These are ditties. These are ditties. Look what's happening in here. It is everything I have shown you guys. Like this. From Ryan Finds Truth. Like this. From the fisherman's boat. And here you have Diddy's tunnel. And look at those green. Look at those green. Oh my God, I just felt that feeling in my chest. Okay, so there's certain signs that I've learned this year through Summer Moon Wells. And I follow it because it tells me to follow it, right? And as I'm about to say, those green trucks, this is the shape I told you guys. I said they're little, they're small. And I said they go across the Wells property. That when I had that out-of-body experience, let me get the other one. This one is the one I saw on this side, actually. It wasn't this shape. It was this one. This is what I saw spiritually. Going across the Wells property. I'm like, I had this horrible experience. This is when the chair lifted, all that shit. But this is what I saw as this car. Because it was shaped like this. Because this is the shape of the car, you guys, that I once showed you at the water with Summer. I'm like, it looks like like it goes in water. I'm like, it doesn't look normal. But this is what it looks like. It's actually the same as the ones that I saw once before, but this is underground. And what I see is these are in different openings, and these openings lead to different locations. You see? There's TV screens. This is such a major photo to me. I don't know what the sign says all the way in the back. I'll have to look. But you've got your TV screens. They look like they're maroon boxes. You have the little truck. You have the rooms. I never really paid attention to this until now. Like this to me, these are doorways. And those are the lights that shine on them. Oh my goodness, you guys. And those are the TVs that are videotaping. Oh, wow. This is an entranceway. Like they're going through it. They have to crawl in it, you guys. They have to crawl in it. And wherever they're crawling from in it, basically that's where they're headed. So they're not coming out this way, they're going in this way. See what I'm saying? They're going in this way. Let me get that picture. Like this here would be one of the doorways they go in. That's right there by the light. See, they're going in. I want to show you the way that they're being pulled. I know I showed it earlier. Yeah, those are that's being telegraphed, whatever. And it reminds me very, very much of her little green swing that turns into this. The green swing turns into this. And those are these. And Summer Moon Wells went in here. That's what you see here, you guys. Where she went and what happened to her is right there. What I am showing you is Summer Moon in the tunnels, dancing. And Summer Moon hand, I could see it has brushed across the side. Like I could see her touching that. Like this is something that Summer has touched. She's touched it. And this is where the water is. They show you the water all the time. This is the room with the raccoon face that the children swim towards. This is the Summer Moon case. This is the Summer Moon story for all my summer moons. It started with the raccoon face because the raccoon face was on Rosemary Bly. And it ends with the raccoon face. This is the Summer Moon Wells. All of them. This is their story. I'm sharpening this so you see it more. This is the story of Summer Moon Wells' children. May justice come to all of them so soon. And may this story just continue to be spread. This is the story that needs to be talked about. This is the story that needs to be televised. This is the story that needs to be exposed. I love you all. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. And I'll come back real soon. Good night, guys.